21-15. That's a big bucket right there for the Tigers.
That was, and he didn't hesitate either. You know, he's got the green light. And I think that's one of the things Coach Jones does. They feel like they can take the shot, they can score at any time, and he wants them to take that good shot if it's one that he's worked on.
Munnings kicks it out to Newman. Great ball movement by the Warhawks, and it's finished by a this little fellow has 3 threes. He started the game with 3 consecutive triples, and he's got 3 consecutive deuces now. 15 points for Armstrong. That's more than twice his season's average.
Right now they've gone into a little zone. Daishon an offensive rebound and puts it back in. You know, I think ULM thought he was going to run over the guy, and Travis Andre stepped out of his way, and he missed the shot, but Combs was there to clean it up.
That's the 4th offensive rebound by Combs. He's coming off a 19-point, 11-rebound game against Central Michigan in the MAC quarterfinals.
And when he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, so they've got to pick him up early.
Smith, quick release. Oh, that's what he does so well. And that's part of that creation ability you talked about in the open.
He can do so many things. I mean, he can take it to the goal. He can pull up to shoot. Most of the time, he gets inside the 3.
Smith is fouled, and he'll go to the line. Hey, Roberts.
You know, he came looking for that shot, too. You think just because he may be a freshman, he may not look for that, but he may not shoot that quick, but he went for it.
ULM takes it right to the rack.
And the press guy that talked about 10 is kind of a magic number for him.
10 is a very low number. There's the quick drive. Daishon Smith. 5 points in a row. And Kent State has regained the lead on that jumper by Walker.
Well,
not for long, though. Daishon Smith.
Taking the ball and going to the basket. A lot of movement by the Warhawks. They'll move that ball around.
And Daishon Smith nails the 3. Great start to this game for Quan Jackson.
I just really like him. His energy, you know, everybody hones in on Brown. He gets lost in the shuffle, but boy, can he play. A lot of switching, but
Daishon Smith nails another 3. That's 3. Great scenario for Georgia Southern. Big lead like this. You don't have to tax your guys too much. If they can keep it, you know, they can keep this double-digit lead. What a nice setup for them having to play UT Arlington tomorrow. And that's Daishon, which kind of flipped for him late in that freshman year. That redshirt freshman year of his, and he has become quite the ball player. Daishon Smith with the 3-pointer. That's
position. They fill that baseline, and you better take that away from them, or it's going to create problems for you as this game goes on.
Coastal's 5 of 11 on 3s. They are 3 of 10 on 2s. And another rebound. He's got 8 boards already to go along with his 5 points. Jones out of control, lost it. Newman races up the floor to Smith. Pull up 3, hit it. Double-double here in the first half with 7 points and 8 rebounds. Smith, a long 3. White went and got the rebound. Smith, cross-court pass. Good ball movement by the Warhawks. Get it back to Smith for another 3, and he hit it. So, obviously,
out the middle, they got CCAD out.
And Smith, who leads the league in steals, his first one of the night, results in an E.
You know that. You know, ULM will start seeing ghosts when that happens, because they saw that so many times the last time he was in this building.
ULM 6-11 all time in the Sun Belt tournament. They did play for the championship in 2016. Wide open look for Smith.
Yeah, I think they all dropped in the middle to help penetration, to stop penetration, and they kicked it out. That's a tough part. Why sometimes you're scared to step in and help and leave your man open, but you just got to help and get back out there.
Largest lead of the night for Appalachian State. Smith with an answer is being played tonight. Nice pass underneath to White. Misses it. Put back no good. Reset here. Open 3 for Daishon Smith.
2 offensive rebounds then. That's something that they've done well. I think they've out-rebounded their opponents a good bit over the course of the year, and especially on the offensive end, and they're taking advantage of their length.
Daishon Smith hits from 15.
Thursday night, especially Culberson, when he just had probably the worst game of his career.
Yeah, fouled out with 6 points and 4 boards as Daishon Smith bears
Thursday night with
Shabazz at Appalachian State.
47 points.
It's most points scored by any player in the Sun Belt as Daishon Smith drained.
So ULM just kind of guessing right now on defense on the penetration, whether to pick him up, whether to double team him, or whether to stay out and guard the 3.
Heat check time for Daishon.
Just didn't take care of the ball then. They got a hand on it, but they're being aggressive after the ball.
Smith with a much-needed bucket.
I think they've got the green light. Coach Ellis says if you got it, take it, and they're taking it and shooting it with authority.
Smith, a step-back 3. Back-to-back triple.
You know, Daishon is trying to pick it up a little bit. He's been taking it to the goal, being a little bit more aggressive, trying to create something there. And they fouled him then, but it was on the drive. So they're doing a good job of keeping him. I was about to say keeping him under control.
Yeah, new career high for Jones. He's got 26.
But man, like I said, he's like being in Louisiana, isn't he? So now they're back to the man-to-man. They just did that 1-through-1. See, they tried to double team that, and he got a goaltending call. They tried to double team.
Under 10 to shoot. Here's Deba. Deba glides to the rim. Can't hit. Rebound. Daishon Smith.
And you know, when everybody's going up for a block like ULM just did, then that leaves everybody open for the rebound. But they kind of slow it down, run their offense, try to penetrate. Daishon comes up with a steal.
And he'll lay it up and in for ULM. Timeout taken. Muddings coming off of a double-double last time out for ULM. He had 12 points and 12 boards against UT Arlington. As Smith turns the corner, knocks down his first shot of the game. Team kind of stick with their core 6-7 players as Williams misses again. Daishon Smith on the rebound, but ULM, they have 4 players in the top 11 in the conference as far as minutes played. Daishon. So Ertl subs out, which is rare for him. He's second in the Sun Belt in minutes per game, but Brandon Newman is in for the first time. Newman, a 6'4" senior guard from California, averaging 3 points and a rebound. In the corner at the bottom of the screen as Daishon Smith. Poked away by Daishon Smith, and he will hammer one home.
Never really know whether he's passing, faking, or shooting.
Another steal for Daishon Smith, and he will lay that one up and in.
Are moving.
Delph sizes up Ertl, misses the 3. Rebound Daishon Smith.
See, Daishon's always around that bucket instead of just being back. He's down there trying to come up with it. If he hadn't been there, it'd have been out of bounds, and then the official just got to make a decision which one knocked it out. See, now they're trying to keep Ertl away from the ball. They really try to overplay Daishon and Ertl because anybody would to you pick out the guys that score and it's hurting you, and then you try to keep them from getting the ball.
And Daishon Smith, he's got the most threes made in a game this season of any Sun Belt player. Made 10 threes against Little Rock, and there's another one tonight. Looking for the call. ULM will try to extend their 2-point lead.
You know, that was a good no call to me. A lot of times the offense jumps into you and they call the defense. There's nothing the defense can do if the offense jumps into you. So you got to call a charge or a no call. I thought that was a great no call.
Smith on the drive and one for Daishon Smith.
All right,
Isaac Johnson ripped away by Smith, and Smith will finger roll one in.
he like that, bro? Yeah, I might be moving in the edge. Dang. Yo, he's really a walking bucket.
East to west.
Daishon Smith on the drive. Hangs, can't finish, gets it back. Jumper, got it.
You know, he doesn't shoot that much, but he looked very comfortable taking that one. It looks like that they're really wanting to get the ball to Glenn and let him take advantage of the weight and his difference in the size against Andre Washington.
Here's a deep three from Daishon Smith.
Timeout, which will give them a couple of extra minutes. That's free, and then you just get them right back in the game. But he is concerned about that.
Deep three from Smith.
Fudges.
ULM has not made a field goal in over 3 minutes. What have you seen from the Warhawks during that stretch?
Well, they had a couple of turnovers, and then a couple of them just didn't go.
Munnings will try to change that. Cycles it back out.
See, that was almost a turnover. Looks like he was trying to get it back for Tyree.
And Smith hits. Team high 10 points tonight for Tukey Brown.
He just takes it down, but you can just watch him guarding when he is on him. He's not on him right now, but when he's guarding Daishon, he just kind of wraps him up. But on that press, he wasn't able to get to him.
What a finish by Dan.
Didn't help him in. They set the screen for Tukey, and nobody picked him up when he got screened off. They backed up too far. You can't back up behind him. You can't go behind the screen. He'll pull up and shoot the three. Somebody's got to help off of a screen for him.
Daishon Smith goes baseline to the rim.
But Tyree Green and Andre Washington is the only two you really got.
Daishon Smith.
That one. And now they're trying to get the screen set up.
Daishon Smith, the monster. 4 players tonight for ULM have played every single second. How do you think they're holding up?
Well, they've got to hold up 5 more minutes, but I know they'll sleep well tonight. They'll be tired. If they can come away with this win, they'll rest a lot better. If they don't, it'll be a tough one for them.
Smith, the 3 over.
Balance a little bit then. He had to. That wasn't really what he wanted to do, but that's all he had. Yeah, that was a good defensive possession for ULM.
Another 30. Daishon.
He went all the way through. They didn't follow him that time.
Daishon Smith for 3. It's a little too strong. Battle for the rebound. Washington picks it up underneath. Back to Smith. Nice pump fake. Shot up and in.
Too, but he drugged that foot a little bit.
Second chance points. You saw the graphic there. 7 already for ULM. Ertl looking down low. Munnings kicks it out. Daishon Smith open 3. It's good.
You know, Travis can get the ball in there often. He's just been turning it over. And then he come up with a big steal by Daishon.
Steal.
He came down, made a move, broke a couple of ankles, and then drilled it.
That crossover should go on his highlight reel for sure. 30 seconds left here in the first half. Driving in. Underneath. Scoop and a score for Daishon Smith.
Ertl was trying to move to get a path.
Here's another turnover. Yeah. After the 11th by ULM. Daishon Smith drives it, scoops and scores. Draws a double team. Nice kick. Corner 3 on the way. Too strong by Williams. Here's Daishon Smith with a deflection. He drives it and puts it.
Simon just attracts all that attention, and then if he doesn't score it, he's got someone open that he can get it to, and he does a good job of delivering it.
Another three from Mitchell. Here's Daishon Smith. The answer's on the other end.
Yeah, I think he just settled for that one, kind of like what Coach Richard was talking about they did last time. But Munning just went up and got it.
Smith drives to the bucket with the left hand. The timeout here. Shady Williams triggers it in to Ertl.
See, Ben Levy gets out between, so they can't make a guard-to-guard pass because he's so big out there in between them. Now he drops back in. It looks like a 1-2-2 right now. It's probably a 2-3, and they just shifting around.
Corner three by Daishon Smith is good. And you have 7 assists and 3 steals. Now you got to run a little bit of clock here.
Yeah, they got to not get out of rhythm. They got to keep moving. Here we get the screen and roll. Now they can look inside to him, but they're dropping back to try to cut it off. He got hit.
Smith for 3. Count it. And the
Forrest again. And the crowd really wanted that one. Here comes ULM in transition. Rhythm 3. There's Daishon Smith.
On me, I can just take my time. The double team doesn't come. Just turns, elevates, up and in for 2.
There's Smith off the screen. App State's done a good job with Daishon Smith today. Williams has the assignment now. And there he is. Here he comes, Michael Ertl. 26 points today for the Warhawks. Smith off the curl, gets it to go.
A big
Lead for Coastal Carolina.
Shooting 80% from the field. Excuse me, 60% from the field.
4 of 7 from three-point range. Drive by Smith, throws it up and in.
Start putting them on the line, then they can catch up without running the clock.
Newman inbounds to Harris. Into the corner, racing down the baseline was Daishon Smith.
Getting turnovers, now we try to turn it into points again. Last time a 3 by Smith.
ULM missed their first 7 3-pointers and now have hit 2 straight. Daishon Smith hits another one, and you called it. You said these guys, just because it's incidental contact doesn't mean it's soft contact.
That's a good point. He's got to sit because of it.
Another 3-pointer, Daishon.
They did stop the basketball, and then Burton just got out there late. Unfortunately for the Chanticleers, the Warhawks missed.
11 minutes left to play. Smith, little fadeaway, knocks it in.
Heard Coach K say about his great dunk machine. I don't care how many times he spins, as long as he puts it in the basket.
Doesn't care how many 360s he does.
As long as it goes in, I don't care. He's 18, he's only 18 years old still.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson, look out.
Another 3-pointer for UL.
He just gets his head and shoulders past you and pulls up for a little one. It's like Ertl in reverse.
6 points for Diba. Smith knocks in another 3 for UL.
He can hit. He's got 10 on the season, but that one a little bit too strong.
He's just a big body. They really need him inside banging around, but I know he's going to go out wherever he's got to go to get the ball.
Smith cranks a 3 and knocks it down his first year. He was preseason second team on conference selection, but he was scoreless last time out against the Raging Cajuns in 13 minutes of action.
Well, he was 0 for 3 against them, but he had 38 here last year in the game.
It's Daishon Smith situation like that.
Well, I think he could see it coming that time, but they had other ideas. And boy, Daishon went after that one too. That's just another hustle play.
7 turnovers now against South Alabama. Smith for 3. Got it! Daishon Smith. He's been one of the players that has stepped up the past couple of weeks for the Jaguars.
He has. You know, when he missed that one, it looks like ULM was a little tentative.
Another 3 knocked down by. Dangerous pass from Pedway, knocked away. 8 turnovers now on the Jaguars. Here's Smith, cuts down the lane to the rim, lays it up and in. Good.
Well, and doing it on the road, you know, they've had some close losses. You know that they're right there. Him too.
Smith finally gets to the rackets.
They're all trying to dribble penetrate right now.
Adams pulls up from the free throw line. Offensive rebound, stripped away. Here comes Ertl. Smith slinks inside and lays it in. With the rebound for the Warhawks, trying to find an offensive rhythm.
They've got to get something going. See, they're setting that screen off of that, and so he can get to the basket.
And that's exact. We'll have that much time with which to work.
Well,
closing out the
catch
first
and
half.
shoot.
Smith drills it. The first.
ULM almost had it picked off, got a hand on it, and I think tried to run with it before they got a hold of it, and then he was able to get it back, and he's just so strong, he can go up.
Smith for three, and he finds it.
Washington was able to pick it up.
Miller has it ripped away. Here's Daishon Smith. He'll let it fly for three and bury it. On the bench here for the Raging Cajuns, as Russell might have got it partially blocked. Warhawks in transition the other way as Harris whips it in the corner. Smith for three, got it. That bucket by Hardy, by the way, ended an almost 2.5-minute dry spell for the Raging Cajuns.
Daishon got in the kind of the mid-range there.
Yeah, it looked like he was debating on if he wanted to post up or not, but he takes it baseline.
But the Cajuns have picked up that defensive pressure. They are on them.
Three for Smith, got it. Up to 22. Deep three for Smith. Harris lost it. Smith will try another one and ring it up for Daishon Smith.
Being one of the top facilitators in the conference, averaging 5 assists a game.
And it was funny, Danny, when you asked head coach of the Eagles, Mark Byington, at shoot-around this morning, is that shot is good from Smith.
He's got to learn multiple roles for this Eagle team.
Real trial by fire for the true freshman out of Rocky Mount. Newman to the lane, kicks outside to Smith. And the best three-point the pace. Stolen away, and here comes Smith. And the number 2.
Close game against Dayton. They were down by 13, and they were able to outscore Dayton 56-47 in the second half, cutting the lead to 4, losing by 4 points.
Down the lane goes the number 2 scorer in the conference. Push the other way. Up to Williams. Great switch hand. The second chance will go for inside 5 minutes to play here in Statesboro. Warhawks up 1. To the corner, Smith. And what a time for the best. These teams are trading jabs, left hook, right hook. ULM has not given up the lead yet, though. Nearly stolen away by Crawley. Taking advantage, ULM. Here's Smith. Back-to-back three-point. Tukey has it tipped away, and here comes Smith. And the ULM retake.
They caught him standing in that time. I think ULM's doing a good job of defending the three-point line.
Smith fires and knocks.
Going to the basket. But Eaton got in there and has got the easy layup.
ULM already 5-3, so you think Arkansas State will stick with the zone defense?
Well, unless they shoot them out of it, they will. See, they weren't successful with a man-to-man. But if they keep kicking it out like that and hit those threes, they can't cover them.
There's another one. Williams, he made a 3 moments ago, finds Ertl, and Ertl rims out from the top of the key. Offensive rebound right back to Ertl. In the corner to Smith for 3.
Yeah, really come around for him lately. And this would be a good time for him to come around, too, for them.
Warhawks haven't scored in over 2 minutes. Smith will look to change that, and he does. Down to 3. Now it's an 8-point lead. Cockfield has it ripped away. Daishon Smith will lay it up.
Smith the ball in the half court as much as possible. You know, when he comes off of a screen or makes a cut without the ball, they're really up there trying to overplay him.
How do you think they've handled him defensively today?
I think they've done a great job.
Looks like a goaltend will be.
You know, and sometimes that happens. There's nothing to just glare, and it's just they're just hard for us to beat. Is what he was telling me last night.
At Arkansas State head coach Mike Bellato kind of told us the same thing. He said this game today is the toughest matchup we've had against any team all season. And Arkansas State has played Syracuse and Minnesota both on the road.
That was a big compliment to Coach Richard and to the ULM team about how difficult they are to play. Because there's going to be jitters. You start all over. You're nothing and nothing. And this is what everybody plays for, no matter what happened coming into this.
Smith
in trouble. You know, we mentioned earlier, Lynn, about the turnovers. Little Rock has already got 5 turnovers.
That's excessive. The Warhawks have been just a little 30% shooter from out court. Munnings goes strong to the rack. That's blocked. Return. To say he's had problems at the free throw line this year is a bit of an understatement. He was 6 for 17, and he's 0 for 2 tonight.
Well, he didn't have any trouble getting to the goal. He just bulled his way in there and made that basket.
Smith, quick release 3. Newman 3. And White off the bench was perfect from the floor at 4 for 4. He's got 9 first-half points. And Coach Mike Vining, certainly the play of Tyree White offensively was a key factor in the first half.
It was. Those offensive rebounds was really big. And then again, right then, they just called Tucker missed another one. We got the rebound, so they've been doing a number on him.
Pippins, by the way, we showed you his highlights. They
just did a good job of getting it inside then.
The Bosnian finishes. Maric after some good ball.
And down the floor.
How about Kamani Johnson now? He scratched in the first half, did not have a field goal, but he's got 3 early here in the second half.
And a lot of them are just by going after it, by playing hard, being in the right place.
A long 3.
That was deep. Well, Smith just felt that one. That was an NBA 3.
Let's give No another bucket. He's got 10 on the night.
So now they're moving around they're really trying to get Tucker. There's Smith again.
Intercepted, and the layup. It was Pippins off the bench in the first half with 11. It's been Burns off the bench in the second half with 9.
They were moving and getting a cut again. We got the shot the last time. It just didn't go for them.
Hurdle tries to penetrate, kicks it out for Smith. He's open.
That was big.
Newman pulls off the rebound.
I thought they were going to get the offensive rebound for a minute, but he was able to hang on to it.
Smith.
And 2. But that was a good shot. But he gave the ball up and then went away from it and got it back.
27 trays on the season now for Rajon Tucker.
Good.
89-77. The Warhawks lead by a dozen on their own court.
Now they want to slow it down a little bit, but not to slow down the cuts.
And that 3.
But, you know, again, if you look at the stat sheet and don't see the score, you'd think it'd be a blowout the other way. But those 18 turnovers have a lot to do with it.
It's been remarkably accurate from beyond the arc. That's his 25th of the season. He's got 93 for his career. The Warhawks in maroon, LSU in white as we resume play.
4 turnovers for UL Monroe already in the first 4 minutes.
And you know what? 4 steals already for Tremont Waters. Daishon Smith with his 26th triple of the year. Here comes ULM.
Struggling as of late.
ULM with a couple of free throws from J.D. Williams takes its first lead. And another turnover as Smith steals it. And I'm still checking. Reed with that deflection.
Here in the first half. Daishon Smith walks it across the center stripe. Warhawks just 1 for 6 to start the ball game. Smith pulls up at the free throw line. It's good. That's the way to get it. 34-26. Warhawks on top. $1:20 remaining in the half. Daishon Smith looking to go to work. Pulls up free throw line. Yes. Defended by Harris. Backs his way in. Spins up with a left hand. He missed it. Rebounded by Munnings. Picks up his 7th board. Now Daishon in the front court. Over to Ertl, left side, back across to Munnings, to Smith. He'll drive baseline off the window, it's good. Daishon. Harris to inbound. It'll go into Smith, quick 2, good. Cut down to 11. 63-52. Williams pumps on a 3. Goes back to Smith. Daishon Smith looks to go to work, now pulls up from 12 and knocks it. Raji Lyons already looking to be a load to contend with down low. And Washington will battle it out here tonight as Ertl brings it in the front court right side, defended by Jefferson. Moves it across the low, go to the left, dumps it off to Williams, looking to go to work, crosses over to left, into the lane, goes up and under, spins, out to Ertl, pumps on a 3, steps up, thinks about the 2, now kicks out to Smith for 3, yes! The top to Lyons, right wing to Garrick. Garrick all the way across, stolen away by Smith. On the break, Daishon to the bucket and jams it with 2 hands. To Jefferson. Jefferson will bounce it to Moore. Moore looking to go to work. Stolen away by Daishon. On the break, Daishon to the bucket. He'll lay it in with the right hand. 15-point lead for the Warhawks. We approach 5 minutes to play in the half. Now they have pressure in the backcourt. Williams will get it across up to Munnings. Thought about the 3. Instead, we'll slow it down to Williams. JD across to Harris, pumps on a 3, picks up his dribble instead with the left hand and will get it to Ertl. 10 on the shot clock for the Warhawks. Ertl moves it across the logo to the left. ULM has to hurry. Now to JD Williams, over to Daishon Smith. Daishon drives inside with the left hand. He lays it in. Brings it up, gets it to Buford, back to Johnson for 3, way offline. And the rebound tipped over to JD Williams. JD will bring it up. JD will get it to Smith, quick trigger 3, yes! Daishon. 3 team fouls now against the Colonels. 16:03 to play in this second half as Ertl will bring it up. Cross the logo to the right side. Spins back to the left. We'll get it to Munnings. Chest pass, right wing to Williams. Williams now to Smith. Top of the key for 3. Yes! Spunner will come out. 67-46. Warhawks on top as Ertl will bring it up. Defended by Jefferson all the way up. Between the circles to Williams. Left side to Harris. Out of the top to Smith. Daishon starts up his dribble with the right hand. Looking to go to work. Drives to the bucket off the window. It's good. Smith will walk it up. They'll go to Newman. Left side to Munnings. Munnings dribbles between his legs. Now to J.D. Williams. Back to Smith. Daishon looking to go to work. Shot with the left hand. It's good. Drive Williams. Harris looking for some help. He decides to fire up a 3-ball instead. It'll rim out. Washington skies for the board. He'll hand it off to Smith. He'll push the tempo up floor. Daishon, chest pass left side to Ertl. Now to Munnings. Looking to go on the baseline. Cut off by Fitzgerald. Brings it back out to Ertl. Man-to-man defense from Stephen F. Alston. Ertl Jukes to the right side to Williams. Right corner, Smith pumps on a three. Looks to go inside to the bucket. Off the window. Count it. And one. The Warhawks have, the Warhawk lead cut down to 4. As we hit 11 minutes to play, 50-46 Warhawks. Bogue starting to heat up now with 15. Smith, right wing to Munnings. Pumps on a three. Gets it back to Smith. 4-3. Yes! Daishon. John Smith brings it up. Smith between the circles to White. Now to Williams. Williams into the corner. Smith for 3. Yes! 12 points now for Daishon. J.D. Williams and Michael Ertl will get a breather. Newman brings it across the half-court stripe. Picked up defensively by Gaston, right side to Harris. John Trey now to the top to Washington. Takes one dribble. Bounced it back to Daishon Smith. Moves it over to the left. Looks to drive inside to the bucket. Got it to Jackson. Beyond the arc, now inside. Backing his way in with the right hand and missing it was Polk Hilliard. Rebound by the Warhawks. Daishon up floor quickly to Newman. Right wing to John Trey Harris. Defended by Lasani Johnson. Over to the left wing to Tyree White. Brings it back to the middle of the floor. Underhands it to Smith. 10 to shoot for ULM. Daishon picks up his dribble with the left hand. Steps back. 4-3. Yes, sir. Now inside to Pert. He's double teamed. Splits it with the right hand. Wouldn't go. Munnings taps the rebound to himself. Travis will bring it all the way up. Looking to go to work inside. Now to Smith. Thought about the three. Drives across the lane to Williams. Now to the top to Ertl. Ertl will drive. Cut off right elbow. Now to Munnings. Munnings will go inside. Pumps. Out to Smith for 3. Yes! Lead cut to 10. 46-36. Newman in the backcourt for the Warhawks to Ertl. Grambling staying with the pressure. Back to Newman. Right corner. Smith for 3. Splash town, baby.
They're going to be by SEC time. They're going to be like sophomores, actually.
Looking for some offensive success here in the second half.
He's back in man-to-man.
Big 3 there.
We were in high school.
Munnings step back hand in his face, no good. White with the offensive board. ULM resets the offense. Good ball movement to find Daishon Smith on the wing.
up and in. Ryan McLaurin uses the window, his first bucket. 13-10. Millsap's back within 3. 12:38 left first half. Smith, quick 15 for Turner. And Millsaps takes a 19-17 lead. 10 minutes left in the first half. Smith on the near side of the floor picks up the dribble, finds Ertl on top of the ULM logo. Ertl up to the right wing, now backs it up, pointing to a spot on the floor. Wanting a screen, Munnings comes out, he turns it down, bounces right corner to Williams, fakes the three, onto the wing, Ertl. Head fake to the point for Smith. Daishon drives, pulls up from 12 and swirls it in. Looking for a cutter, nothing there, offered a screen. Has the ball poked free, loose, Gillahan on the deck on 2 knees, grabs it, then has it poked away and stolen again, this time by Williams. Ahead to Smith, to the right side, finger roll of the bucket goes, and a timeout to Mills. 3 and buries it. Newland Gillahan's third tray, he has 9. Millsaps back on top, 30-29. Quick 3 in the right corner, finds a way through.